Welcome to everyone. This is Kumar. I'm going to help you how to install Oracle Database and SQL Developer tool in your Windows machine. So in order to do so, I have listed down few steps. Let me show you those steps that will help. So the first step is to create a Oracle account. So you should have account. If you don't have it, go ahead and create it. You have to go to the oracle.com and you have to create it from there. And you have to just keep in mind, you should have the Oracle account, not the cloud account. The next piece you have download and install the Oracle Community Edition. So what do you mean by Community Edition? So this is a lightweight version of Oracle, and it is free for practice and learning purpose. So this is lightweight, so I recommend using this Community Edition. The next you have to download and configure SQL Developer tool. So SQL Developer is a tool that helps you to connect the database. That is where actually you are doing the SQL practice. The next step you have like setting up the connection between the Oracle database and SQL Developer tool. I'm going to show you how do you do the database setup. The next one you have like what are the common issues generally you face when you install or configure. So I'm also going to talk about it. So this is very important if you install Oracle and trying to configure if it is not working. So I will show you a few tips that may be helpful. At the last I'm going to write few SQL query, and I will also show you the HR schema that is where comes as a package when you install the Express Edition. So many persons they think or they ask, can we install some another database? So I always recommend them installing the Oracle database, because what it does, you will have a complete package of HR schema where you're actually doing a lot of SQL practice. So let me show you how the HR schema look like. So it comes with set of tables. This is the HR. HR stands for human resource. So where you have couple of tables linked properly, and this will help you to write many different queries. So here is it has the explanation also, but end of this video I will show you some of the steps. Okay, so let me help you the installation piece first. Okay, so let's go to the browser. There, that is where I have this piece where you have to download it. So the first thing, you have to log in into your account. So I have logged into the oracle.com. So that is where you can see these things, whatever you see in my screen. So here it is, Oracle Express Edition, and it do have the newer version, but I would recommend downloading Oracle older version. So the older means this is, if you see here, this is XC prior releases. So this is the prior releases. In case if you don't find it, just come here and search it. The same thing, XC prior releases, and let's search it. Then what happened? Here you will get it. See the search button in Oracle. So all the prior releases will come here. Here you have couple of options. The first option with Windows 64, the second option Windows 32, the next option Windows Linux 64. So this computer in which I am using right now, this is a 64-bit. So how do you know whether you have 62-bit or 64-bit? 32-bit or 64-bit? You can check it here. Let's say in the Window Explorer in your computer, where you see this computer, do a right click and look at the properties. So these properties will tell you whether this is 64-bit operating system or 32-bit. So this computer has 64-bit. So I'm going with that. So now the next step is download this particular database. So let's come here, click on this download link, and here you will get something like you must accept the Oracle license agreement to download this software. So I'm going to accept this license. Now let me click on this. This is a zip file and it's going to be downloaded. So let me place in a folder. And let's save it over there. So I do have one, so I'm going to still override that one. Or let me give a new name so that it will help me, like so. So download is started now. So let it download. So meanwhile, what you have to do, you have to also download a SQL Server. So if you want, you can do both the download together. It won't take much time. See, it's almost half complete. So the next step, if you remember, I talk about you should have a SQL developer also. Let's see what exactly it is. So in the another tab, I have the SQL developer also. So here again is very easy. Just search it here. The way I search it here into the search box. So you can search for the SQL developer. And this is, I took the most recent version. So you can search it here, SQL developer, download, you will get it. So here again you have couple of options. So the first one is saying that Windows 64-bit with JDK included. So just let you know that the SQL developer tool, they need Java should be up and running in your computer in order to run successfully. And the first, if you have the 64-bit computer, then you don't, the good thing is that this download has included the JDK 8, so you don't have to install the Java separately. So just download this one, and again, before downloading, you should accept the license agreement and start downloading. So again, I'm going to install it and download it. So I clicked on that and the download process is started. See, the first one is done. So first one is the Oracle Express Edition. The second one is downloading that the SQL Developer tool. So let it download. Now what I was talking about here, the JDK component. So if you look at here, 32-bit doesn't come with Java. So what does it mean? You have to install Java before you can install this, before you can configure the SQL Developer tool. And this is where you will see they have written JDK 8 or 11 is required. So you can download it from here also. So I hope you got it. And this is for other versions, but in today's I'm going to focus moreover only on Windows 64-bit. And just let you know that now most of the computer that comes with Windows 64-bit. So I just show you how to check your computer. So I think you would be able to check it out easily, and you would be able to find the appropriate version for your computer. So let's see. I see Oracle is download is already completed. So let's see where it is. So this is where it is downloaded. If you see here, I have the previously also have downloaded, but this I wanted to show it to you. I have downloaded 2 years back. Look like, yep. Oh yeah, I did it 2 years back. Now I did it today also. So let me show you how to install this Oracle in your computer. What you have to do, just click here and do a double click or enter sign. I enter it. Now it's asking to unzip it. I'm not going to unzip it. It doesn't need to be, because without unzip also you would be able to install it. So let me see it how I can do it. Yep. See, I did not unzip it. I simply double click on that and this will window open. Now within the disk one, you click again enter sign, and that is where you will see the setup. So what I did so far, I have downloaded the Oracle software and I did the double click, no unzip. I did not unzip the file, just let you know that. And you have the setup. That is where I'm going to click, right click on open. So let's see what will happen. So it's supposed to open the Windows Oracle installer. So that looks like the computer is busy and it's about to come. So I got a pop-up in my computer and it took my permission whether I'm ready to install. I say yes. Now it is doing preparation. It's preparing to install. Let's wait for a minute. It won't take much time. So it's asking me the next step. This is Windows. Welcome to install with Shield Wizard for the Oracle Database 11G Express Edition. So let me click next. Again here you have to accept the terms in the license agreement. So I do accept and click next. This asking whether you want to change the folder path or not. I just keep it default so that I don't want to touch it. So I do have, you have this say non-empty directory. So I do have installed in the past. So what it is saying that it is non-empty. So let's see. So here this is very important. So it is asking me the password. So what is this password? Okay. So this password is little different. Okay. Let me show you why it is very important. So you have two different types of password. The first password is when you create the Oracle account. And this password is for the database. Just remember, this is the database password. So normally what I do, don't forget this password. This is only for the logging to the site. And this password, which is asking me runtime while installation, it is while connection it is needed. So generally I normally give the easy password which I can remember. So you can also try to give something easy which you can remember. So click enter, again enter, and then next, click on next. And then it will start the real installation. So it will take a few minute time. So it is still doing something. So it's about to finish. So it's configuring the database right now. Just to remind, the password, you have two different passwords here. One for the Oracle account password, that is for oracle.com, and the second one is for the Oracle password for the database login. So now I think it's about to finish. So let it finish one thing at a time. I don't want you to confuse with SQL developer. So I can see it is installing. So meanwhile, we have few minutes. Let's talk about what is this schema a little bit. Because once you install in your computer this Oracle, it comes with a package called HR schema. So if you see here in my screen, this is also called as a table or entity, and this is the employee table, and this is the department. Same way we have the location, country, regions, jobs, and job history. So it is connected each other because this is a relational database table. Relational database is also called as a RDBMS. So Oracle is a RDBMS where the tables normally connected with each other in a properly third normal form. So one day I will get a chance, I will explain you what is the normal forms. But at this moment, just think what exactly this model is. Let us start with a department. So think like this. You have a department. In one department, many employees can work. So that is why you see a kind of relationship here. So let me explain you for a minute what is that means actually. So I'm opening this Paint for you for a second. Just think you have a table here, and this is another table, and think like this. This is EMP, and this is TEPT. So just I'm showing you for a minute. So in one particular department, let's say you have department called IT. So many person could be working in the same department. So how it is connected? So they have one-to-many relationship like this. So one-to-many means in one department they have many employees. So this is how it is represented. So employees could be hundreds of employees. So that is where it is represented here, one-to-many. Now same way the department can be exist in multiple department can exist in one location, so you have one-to-many. Similarly, in one country, multiple location can be possible, so that's what one-to-many. Say region also, region means let's say Asia, Europe, Australia. In one region, you may have multiple countries. So this is how it is linked. Now if you see here, each employee has given a particular job title. So you have the job table, now you have the job history that will tell you if employee rejoined or if an employee changed his department, if an employee got promotion or he got different job title in certain period of the time. So this is a very high level data model I just talk about. I'm not going in detail, I just utilize the time when this Oracle is being installed. Oh, I can see it is installed. Wow. So the first step is done. Click on finish now. So now Oracle installed. So far we have achieved up to here. We did the Oracle account is done and Oracle downloaded. We do downloaded the SQL server. Now how do you verify the Oracle is downloaded and working properly in your computer? So let's see whether it is downloaded and working or not. So I can go to the command prompt very quickly. Just write it down CMD and it will open the command prompt, and I'm just going to write it something called SQL PLUS SQL Plus. So the SQL Plus, after typing is click on the enter sound, and this is where what it is asking me, enter username. It means Oracle successfully installed in a computer is now asking the username. Just hold on, that's it. So what I had typed it here, SQL Plus. So let me write it down here. I have written SQL PLUS. So either you can uppercase, lowercase, doesn't matter. So one part is done, Oracle. Now come to the next part. So the next we have to configure the SQL developer, and this is where we have downloaded the second tab. This is the SQL developer. I have this SQL developer 64-bit, which has the JDK included. So let's come to here where we have the download file exist. This is done. So I'm going back. So here is that. So this is my older version, you see, and this is a newer one. So the first step, you have to extract the file. So here, just to remind you, you don't have to install the SQL developer. You have to just extract all those files. So how to extract? Right click and do something called extract all. You see here, and it will ask you the path where you want to extract it. So in my case, I do have extracted here because it takes little time. So this is the older version I have extracted. So once if you click on that, you will have another folder that is called SQL developer. Again, click on that. That is where if you keep coming down, you will see a symbol like SQL developer. Now what to do next? Now you have to click on enter, and let's see what is happening now. So something is opening. Let's see. Yep. So this is the Oracle SQL developer. So what exactly this tool? This is called as a SQL editor, and which is again a free from the Oracle company that helps you to connect the Oracle database where you can write the SQL queries and all. So let's see what happened. So that is where we got it. Yeah, we got it. If you see here, they have one connection by default, something like Oracle, ORCL. No need to worry. I will show you how to do a new setup with a new connection. And this is the SQL developer tool. If you don't want to come every time to this folder, you can create a shortcut in your desktop, like do a right click here, and you have something called send to. In the send to, go to and create, see here, desktop create shortcut. So once if you click on this, a icon you will see which is nothing but the shortcut for this SQL developer that will help you to log in directly from the desktop. So let's come back here. Now just assume so far we have achieved up to here. We did the we did Oracle install. We downloaded the SQL developer and did the unzip. Now let's do how to do the setup phase. So the first thing you see the green, the plus sign here, click on that. So as soon as you click on that, it's asking some connection name. So you can put any connection name, whatever you feel like. I generally give ORCL or Oracle. So I have give Oracle. The username, this is important. So they have two different set of users. Just think like this. So the first users, couple of users, they already have it because HR is the schema I just show you. I'm talking about this is schema. We do have something called HR users also. Now the user which I'm going to show you, that is called sys. This is also called as a system, sys or system. And the password, whatever you passed while installation. You remember? I just show you here. Use the database password while the database logging. When I was installing, it asked me password and it asked me to reconfirm. This is the same one. So I'm going to supply that. And the other users, you have something like HR. Let me also talk about it. HR is defaulted with the HR, means username is also HR and password is also HR. Let's try this. Let's say I'm trying first SYS. This is not the key case sensitive. You write down uppercase or lowercase, doesn't matter. The password, I put it here. Now the first issue may come up. Let's say do a test here. So it's saying that Aura 28009 connection agency should be the SysDB. So this is one of the very common issue you may face this. So what you have to do, you have to change the role here, because sys is a sys admin user. So it has to be a SysDB. Now test it. See, now it's success. Oh wow, so we achieved the one of them. Now what to do next? You have option called save password. If you keep here, save it and then connect it, then it won't ask again and again. So let's click on save password and save, and then I'm going to connect. So this is where Oracle, you see, is connected, right? Yep. Now I will show you a few more things here, other stuff, but look at some more things very quickly. I show you one database, the Oracle. You may also want to connect the HR. So let's try the, I'm going to give new name, let's say Oracle underscore HR, and the user ID is HR and password is HR. We will see if it doesn't work, we will see how to fix that. Let's test it. So I'm not changing anything here. Let's test now. So this account is locked. Yes, see here, I will show you how to unlock the account also. So at this moment, the Aura 28000, the account is locked. So until you unlock this account, it's not gonna work. So let's see. This is one of the issue, most common issue I have seen. Many person face it. So I will talk about when I will talk about the issues and resolution. So let's come back to this database, which is tested successfully. See here, success. Now let's connect it. It's already connected. Let's do some sample query. How to do the sample query? But before that, where to browse in? Let's see. If you go to the Oracle, click here the plus sign. Once if you click the plus sign, then keep coming down. You will see something like other users. Again plus sign, click on that, and you will see again HR. So this is what HR I was referring to. So the schema which you see here, the HR schema, this is already comes as a package for you. See? Now click on this. So if you look at here, you have set of the tables like countries, departments, employees. So all what exactly it is? This is the table. Okay. Now I will show you some of the things. I will write down few SQL query. But before you can do anything, let's come back here in the first page and look at what are the few challenges you may face. Okay. So just assume, like, because this is again important, and based on my experience, many person when you trying to configure, you face different types of problem. So the first problem, so that is what I promise I will explain you. So setting up is done. So the next one is the common issues and resolution if Oracle doesn't work. So let's see the first one. Just assume you put the wrong password. Okay, then what will happen? Test it. So it's saying that invalid username and password, login denied. Did you see that? It's Aura 01017. This is the code, Aura code. and this is a problem. Just assume password is correct and you put some new user, let's say A, B, C. Now test it. Now it's saying that's insufficient privileges. So what does it mean? Oracle is thinking they have a new user called ABC, one doesn't have privileges to access the database. So careful, you have to look at the error message properly, which error it is. Now test it, see success. Now look at the another issues which many times many of them face, many person they faced. I have based on my experience. So I am going to go to the services. Okay, write down here in the search bar in the start and write down services. So that is where you will see all the services. Let's click on that. Now it is opening. Let it open. See, now it is opening, right? Let's come back here and write down O for Oracle. See, once you install Oracle, it has two components is always keep on running. One is called Oracle Service Express Edition. The second is option is Oracle Listener. So be careful if these two services are running or not, because let's say if you have manual mode here, then it may not work. Let's see what happens. Let's say if I click here and I stop this listener. Look at here, I stopped the listener and I came back here and I'm trying to test it. So let's see what happens. Now look like it has some challenges. So I got a IO error. It is saying that the network adapter could not establish the connection. So if you face network adapter issue, so this could be the one possible issue. So how to fix it? Let's see if I try to start the listener, if it is fixed or not. Let's test it. Now I'm getting another error. This is little weird, right? So you see, test failed. Listener refused the connection with the following error. Aura 12505 TNS listener does not currently know the SID. So it should work ideally, but how to fix it? So what you have to do, first let's stop the Oracle service itself. So I'm stopping the Oracle service. Now it is being stopped. So now it is stopped. Now even though if you try to connect, nothing will happen. Now I'm going to start it, the Oracle services. Now it is starting Oracle services. And one thing, let's say many times if you are not using the Oracle in your computer for longer time, you can do it manual here so that it should not always automatically running. You can do it like manual here. So I will show you for a minute. Let it test here. Now I tested again. Now it's become success. See? So what does it mean? If you turn off the listener, then first you have to start the services again. And one thing I was talking about, let's say you learn everything SQL, you don't need it to consume the resources from your computer. Come to your properties, and here you have the automatic, make it manual. So manual if you do it, so what does it mean? Whenever you need it, start the services and it will start working. So I want to keep it running because I need many times. So these are the few things that I wanted to talk about. We have one more thing. Let me show you. So I was talking about the HR users. which were locked. If you remember a few minutes back, I tried with something HR. So let's see how to connect the HR users. So that is one of the common problem. I have seen it. Let's say I'm tried HR user and HR is the password. So the role you have to change it as a default and let's test it. So if you see here, it's saying that the account is locked. Account is locked means you cannot unlock it. So what you have to do? So this is mostly the admin job. You're not supposed to do it, but because this is the learning purpose, so you should know it. So I will show you. The first thing what you have to do, I have logged into the Oracle command line. So I show you a few minutes back how to log in. So here I'm going to log in Oracle as a DBA, sysdba. So I will say sys, you have to the password as sysdba. Sysdba. So the sys is the username, 123 is the password, and sysdba is the role. And then I'm going to put enter. Now it's connected. Now once you be connected as a DBA, then you have to write a small query to unlock it. So what you have to do, you have to write alter user, and then you have to write down identified with alter user HR identified by you have to give them the new password HR. Let's say I give the same password HR, and you have to write account unlock. Account unlock. So let's try it. So it's saying that something is not worked out. So alter user HR identified by HR account unlock. So it should ideally work. Let's try one more time. So 1 second, let me see where the issue. So probably you have realized it's very minor issue. There is I have a typo. So I have put it unlock UNLOCK. Let me correct it. Okay. Wow. So nice work. So it's common error, human error. It is always possible. So this is user altered. It means I'm coming back here and let's test it again. Wow, now it's got success. So now this time I'm going to save as a new connection type. Let's say I will cancel this one so that I do have the previously sys one. Now what I'm going to do, I will create another connection name called HR. And this time the user will be HR. The password I have given is HR. Then role I have to change it. Now test it. And before testing, let's say save it everything and see success and connect it. Now once the good thing about the HR is last time in order to see the HR we went inside, very inside, and then we have looked at the HR. Now you don't have to go that far. You will come back and here itself you can see everything, all the tables. See? So this is the benefit you will have. So I'm going to show you few SQL query just to make sure it's working fine, and it will also give you a jump start. So let's say get how to find out the system date. So it's very simple. You can write down select sysdate from dual. Dual is a already existing table, global table, I believe so, and just run it. It will give you the current date. So it's good. So what does it contain? It contains some values in that. Now look at here. I will show you more into the next video, but at this moment look at here. If you go to the employee, so it's saying that Oracle database connection has been reset. Any pending transaction or session state has been lost. Okay. So I did all the database reset few minutes back. You remember that? So this is what it is. So here is the column name. This is exactly what you have seen it here. See, is the employee. So the first one is the table name and remaining are the column name. So this is what it is. So this is the column name. Now if you want to look at the data, click here and this is what you see all the data. Now very quickly I will show you one quick thing. Let's say I want to see what write a SQL query, simple SQL query. Bring it, click here and drag it here. And you have a couple of options like how the statement should be generated. So the select is by default. So I click on that. So now if you look at here, a complete select statement is ready to run. So just select all of them and run it. And this is what you will see. It's a how easy to deal with that. So I know that when you will install, you may come up with new challenges. Do let me know. I will try to help you. And thank you for watching this video. I hope you would be able to install and configure Oracle in your computer. And this is the training. I mean, whatever video has been prepared with the help of Learn IT Tools. And if you like, do subscribe so that you can stay updated all the time. Thank you for watching these videos and we'll see you next time.